Hello and welcome back to this speedrunning marathon. Have we got a race here for you? I am so excited for this one. So we have Junkyard Dave and HayfieldBay racing out here with Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's going to be a bit of a crazy one, a different type of speedrunning race, just because there's so much RNG, which we will get into once we've set these runners off. But yeah, I don't want to waste too much of their time. So let me just give them a countdown. And yeah, they should hopefully be off. So yes, why have we done best time within 30 minutes? So the timer should go. Hopefully they will get started. So yes, why is it the best time in 30 minutes? So there is so much luck involved in this race, and by a luck, your run can basically be over from the moment you push start. We are looking to start at a very precise frame. I think it's like frame 926 or something like that, 927. So they're using audio cues. I think on Hayfield's he's got a little bit of a extra hint with the little frame counter in the corner. But yes, so that's why we are basically first best time in 30 minutes. So just because we're going to have a lot of resets, and we're just kind of hoping we're not going to see a reset in the game for 30 minutes. But no, that shouldn't happen. We should get at least a few runs on each other's screens. So how do we know if we have got the correct seed? So where they're basically resetting in that big house, there's a shop. They're buying some dynamite, and outside there should be some spring shoes. That's what they're looking for. So if they see some spring shoes, they know they've probably got the right seed. And what are we talking about when we're talking about seeds as well? So there we go. Dave's got the spring shoes, so we might have a run here. We just got to kind of hope the whistle is there now as we're heading up to the dog and the Hayfield. So we've actually got a run on both screens right now. So let's see what happens here. So essentially, this is like a very early randomizer, and we don't have a whistle there for Dave, unfortunate. So that's another reset. There's the whistle for Hayfield. So it looks like we've got a run, but he did miss the whistle there. So we're going to have a few more attempts here. But essentially, this is a very early randomizer. So there's a whole bunch of items that you have to go into houses and the shops and into all kinds of different places, sewers, buildings, and find a set amount of items, certain items to get to the end of the game, as you would expect in a randomizer. And depending on what seed you get, it changes the items around. And that's why we are trying to aim for this one particular seed where we know where the items are and they spawn in good places. So it looks like Dave also got some spring shoes as well, and he also gets the whistle. So good. We're going to get a run on both sides now, as Hayfield now heads towards the snake. So we've got like a little password there behind the snake, which we want to pick up. Again, we'll talk a little bit more about the enemies as we're going along, and everything that's happening, because right now it's a little bit chaotic. It's quite a short run, only about 4 minutes long. So plenty of time to talk about other things as well. But yeah, basically we're running around. We know where the items are. We know we're on the correct seed. So we're going to drive around, pick up the rest of the items, and get to the final boss, which is Judge Doom. And for anybody who's been watching Dave and Hayfield play knows how awful that boss is. It's so RNG heavy, and it doesn't matter if you get a good pattern. Like he will still find ways to mess you up and fight back. So yeah, even if you're on a good pace, Doom can find ways to just ruin a run. So yeah, we're still going around to collect some more passwords here on Hayfield's side, but thankfully we've both got a seed. So yes, they're at different points, but just because it looks like Dave is behind, because he found his seed a little bit after Hayfield. He's not necessarily behind. It all comes down to that final time. And as we said, it's who can get the best finish time within 30 minutes. So hopefully they're going to be keeping track of their own times, because I do not. So we'll have to ask them at the end of the race who's got the best times. As you can see here, so we got the car, we're driving around. So you can't drive on the grass. So there are times you have to get out the car and go and walk, just because it's a little bit quicker than actually just driving around. We've got the whistle as well, which we can whistle to call the car to us. So as you can see, Hayfield just blew the whistle over the little platform there, over the grass. And it's now driving. We have to pick up the baseball to try and get the goon. I think it's a weasel or something, isn't it? I think in Roger Rabbit, it's the weasels that are the enemies. So we have to throw the baseball to get the weasel out of the way, so we can get to Doom, and then we use our fist to fight him. Which is what Hayfield's coming up to now. So there we go, through the baseball, and here we are, final boss already. As I said, it's a very, very short run. But like I said, okay, that was kind of good that he was moving backwards for Hayfield. So you kind of want to pin him up against the wall there and then just go crazy on his face. Which is what they've both done, actually. No, very, very good positions there for both of them. I think Dave might have just got him in a better position a little bit quicker, so might have just pulled up a little bit of time there. But it does push Dave out, unfortunately, while Hayfield just seems to be locked in right now and gets him down. So unfortunately for Dave, Doom is not cooperating as much, but has almost got him as Hayfield picks up the final item and shoots him down, and that's the first run for Hayfield. I don't know if we have timers anywhere to see how long the runs took. And that's for GG's for Dave as well. So first run on both their streams. So we have definitely got some times now. So here we go again. We're just gonna keep going and see if we can improve the time. Oh, and Dave has kindly posted his time. He got a very good time. 4 minutes, 6 seconds. Well, 4 minutes, 6.1 seconds. So very, very good time. Only like 15 seconds short of the world record. I don't think Hayfield's posted his time, but maybe he will. He's in the middle of another run, so maybe he'll see that and post the time as well. As Hayfield looks like he's managed to find another the seed again, so found the spring shoes. So we could talk a little bit about like what's going on here. So as Dave also gets the seed as well. Unfortunately got a little bit too close to the dog there. So normally we would need an item to get past the dog. I think we need to find some meat to get past the dog. It would allow us to get that whistle. But we are just going to try and damage boost off them and bounce onto the whistle. Hayfield did a reset there. I'm not quite sure why, but anyway, he done a reset. Got plenty of time to keep going. So once we get the whistle, that's used to summon the car to us. I think we can get 5 goes with our whistle, so we have to kind of use them in certain places to help us skip through the level. As we can see now, Dave is now going to the snake. The problem with the enemies and damage boosting is whether you get a forward boost or a backwards boost is essentially 50-50. As we can see, unfortunately, the snake was like, no. As Dave done a reset as well. Okay. Maybe they're just doing a no game over thing. I mean, they've both got like very, very good first times, so maybe they're just trying to save time by not getting game overs because they know they're basically not going to beat their first timers. So hopefully we could see a couple more runs so we can explain the rest of the run. But yeah, unfortunately with the enemies, it's essentially 50-50. They always knock you forward. But just from the enemy movements, especially the dog, you can kind of see him moving backwards and forwards. So whether you hit him on the frame facing forwards or backwards, it's essentially 50-50 because there's no way to control your jump really once you're in the air. And we didn't find the whistle there. We found something else. I think that was dynamite. So that's not what we're looking for. So instant reset there from Dave. As Hayfield found the spring shoes, so now we're going to go and see if the whistle is there, see if we've got another one. But yeah, last time I checked, I believe, well, Dave, I know, has been grinding this run for quite a while, and I think he's done about 16,000 resets or something wild like that. I mean, when you're resetting every 30 seconds because of this first building or the spring shoes not being there, as unfortunately there's nothing there. So if there's nothing there, I think it was one frame off. Unfortunately, the whole thing is frame perfect. Also, you can see on Hayfield's screen that he is also holding some other buttons on the second controller, which is what Dave will be doing as well. He just doesn't have the display or the input display. But you can see he's pushing up, right, select, and I think that's B on the NES controller. So what's all that about? So essentially, that changes the RNG of the seed. So if we weren't holding that back buttons and we hit frame 926, we would get a completely different seed. And the items would be in a completely different place. So I know this game is notorious for being bad, but actually when you look into it, it's actually very, very clever and very well coded, even though there is a lot of jank and stuff that go into it. So yeah, the more you study, the more it's actually like, wow, this game was actually very, very thought out. Even down to the NPCs and their movement and everything, because ultimately you're supposed to be getting hints from the NPCs where these items are, from what I believe. But because we are getting the seed and doing a few sequence breaks, we don't really worry about the NPCs. They're just kind of get in the way, if anything. Is this the first rush? I believe this might be, just because... No, actually, I think Dave ran this for Nielsen's last marathon, so I don't think this is the very first time this has been run in a marathon. It's the first time I think it might have been raced in a marathon. But as we can see, this is kind of why we're doing the third best time in 30 minutes, because there is such a lot of resets. Resets. Can't even speak anymore. Yeah, absolutely. This game was made by Rare and features music from David Weiss. Like, the game... We believe it might have just kind of been an experiment for other things, because the game itself is not very, very long at all. But as some other YouTuber might have said to the world, like, this game is not actually as awful as you might have originally think. Like, until I started watching Dave and Hayfield run this, I thought it was just like, haha, terrible game. But actually, no, it's very, very well put together. So I don't know Hayfield's time, unfortunately. He didn't post his time, but Dave has a time of 4 minutes and 6 seconds. So we might actually just have to wait to the end of the race to find out what Hayfield's run was. We can ask him in his chat to see if he can put his... Oh, thank you, Tommy, and 440 for Hayfield. So yeah, I think Dave had a slightly better Doom fight. So there's a lot of RNG that comes from the run as well. So we got these weasels that constantly keep chasing us as we're going around. If you get caught by them, you're going to lose a whole bunch of time just because they want to ask you a joke. And you have to give them the punchline. If you don't give them the correct punchline, then you lose a life. But of course, that's time that you're kind of losing. However, if those weasels are chasing you, your car actually speeds up. So if you can get them behind you, and again, this is all RNG, you don't know when they're going to spawn. Or at least it hasn't been discovered like how the spawn works on this game yet. But yeah, if you can get them behind you and get them to chase you, it actually speeds up your own car. So that will actually be a massive time save if you can get the correct RNG. But yeah, essentially, like this whole speed run itself is about getting that correct seed. So yeah, Hayfield using the frame counter. Hayfield is using an emulator, whereas Dave is using console. On emulator, you're allowed to use the extra tools, whereas Dave uses more of an audio signal. Well, I think Hayfield started using the audio signal now as well. Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, Dave has got a lot of experience on this, so much easier for him to hit those audio cues, if you can call this hitting a frame perfect frame easy at all. So hopefully we can get a couple more runs in here. They got their run quite early, so I wasn't really able to explain the run very, very well. We've picked up the spring shoes again on Hayfield. Like, Hayfield needs to get another run because currently he's trailing. Of course, if you get run over, or Roger Rabbit gets run over, you lose about another 5 seconds there while he's on the floor. You have to wait for him to get up. So there's a particular set of movements here to help you kind of damage boost over to the whistle. You kind of want to move up and you kind of want to get to like the frame just before the dog chases you. Wait for him to be off the screen on the right. And then run in. So you're as close to the whistle as you can get. And then you've just got to jump and hope the dog is facing the correct direction to actually get the knock. Hayfield did do another reset there. I'm not sure why. I think, again, it's just all about time saves. They've got to run both under their belt. So I'm guessing Hayfield's just kind of looking to kind of get a better run. And instantly notices, so you can kind of see there's also a crowbar that spawns there sometimes. So if you see the crowbar as you're walking into the shop, you know you haven't got the correct frame because obviously you're looking for the spring shoes, and spring shoes are appearing off screen. But the crowbar itself, so I think that was the crowbar there on Dave's. The crowbar itself is quite long, so you can actually just see it poking out from the side of the screen. So if you see that, you know, and there it is again on Hayfield's side. But hopefully we'll get one more running because we don't want this to be over in like the first 5 minutes. Although we have used up half of our timer, so, you know, we kind of want to go now or never. And unfortunately, we kind of hit the other frame there on Dave's side. So if you don't see anything, there's a good chance you've hit the spring shoes, but there's also a good chance that nothing will spawn there. As the same happened on Hayfield's there. So yeah, what the spring shoes does, it basically just allows us to jump, believe it or not. So you can't jump. You have to kind of select the items. So it's just like real life where you have to select an item to be able to have the ability to jump. Which we use obviously to jump over the dog and jump over the snake. Intended way is to get a piece of meat for the dog, or the rattle for the rattle for the snake to get past them. And then we'll just go around collecting a few items. We need some passwords. We need a baseball. and then obviously to fight Doom. So but yeah, hopefully we can get one more run in so we can kind of actually see a full run in action. As we get nothing, unfortunately, there for Dave. And nothing for Hayfield, so here's another reset. And this is why this game is not exactly marathon friendly. This is why Dave has probably over 16,000 resets for this game. I think the world record set by Dave is not 9. It's 351, I believe. And he has been on some sub 350 paces before. But just some weird RNGs with Doom, unfortunately, just kind of ruined his sub 350 runs. So we've got about 10 minutes left on the timer. And I would say if they're in the middle of a run, when the timer runs out, we'll let them finish the run. Because it won't be very long anyway. Unfortunately, another crowbar there for Hayfield. And we got some spring shoes, so we might have a run here on Dave's side. Let's see, do we find the whistle? Oh, it does. It does appear. Doesn't get the good RNG. Doesn't get the good damage boost there. Pushes him forward. There we go. Second try. So hopefully Dave does continue this run so we can kind of see. So there you go. You heard the whistle. So that was just summoning the car, because everyone knows you blow a whistle to summon the car. This game's very real to life. As we're going to visit our friend the snake. So the snake, the cave here, you actually need some kind of light source, because there is a pit. So you'll see them jump over the pit there. Unfortunately, doesn't get the right knock as well. And resets. Yeah, probably too many for him to actually improve his time. But it looks like we might have a run on Hayfield's side. Hopefully we can get across to get to that whistle. There we go. That looked like second attempt. So maybe Hayfield will continue this one. Does need to get another time in. So I think he's still got one more life, but then it will be a game over. So I think he kind of needs to hit this first try. Otherwise, I think he might reset again. Let's see what happens with the RNG here with the snake on Hayfield's side. So yeah, there is a light source that you can pick up to see the pitfall there. Oh, it does get the RNG. Okay, we might continue a run here on Hayfield. So we're going back to the car. So there is a wall that we need to blow up, so which is why we bought the dynamite at the beginning. There's the weasels, but because it was on foot, they've also come to us on foot. So there is something we do need to pick up here on the way around in this building. And it's strange when you pick up, because you just walk into it. You don't have to push anything, but you kind of slide. So that's the detonator there for the dynamite. And that's the wall, so we can blow that up and get through. So this is a really nice place here. If the weasels... I mean, the weasels have a habit of driving into you, but if they come from behind, you know, you can really get a nice boost here. As Dave has the whistle on his side now as well. So maybe we can get another run for him. So we basically just entered that house there just so we can respawn the car. So we blow the whistle before we go in the building. And then we go in the building and it brings the car to the front door. As we're now picking up the baseball to get past the weasel just before the boss. As we're now driving up to the final boss, we just need to pick up one more thing in the building before. And then we'll go see how Doom's RNG works for us this time. So here we go. We'll just get rid of that weasel. Right, we have to kind of wind up the punch here, so if you tap, I think it's the B button, you can kind of see the strength meter there going all the way up, so hopefully by the time you get to Doom, it will be maximum. Unfortunately, bad RNG, Doom decided to move forward and mess around, kind of lost all the strength. Doom is not playing nice again. And I think Hayfield just cut it there. Doom's RNG was really, really bad, but essentially that's the run. So we're just into the last 5 minutes now. As we both get a reset on both sides. So if they can get into a run, it will probably be the last run for both of them. Oh, we both. Okay, let's hope this will be a really good race now. If we can get a side by side. If we can both get the correct seed on at the same time. There's a whistle for Dave, and there's a whistle for Hayfield. Oh, Dave gets the good damage boost. Hayfield unfortunately doesn't. Gets it second time though, so we'll probably continue the run. Of course, we've got the snake here that can slow Dave down. But yeah, if they can get this, this might be the last run. Which would be really good. We started off like quite quickly with both of them having a run, so if we can end with both of them having a run, that would be actually amazing. Oh, doesn't get the damage boost, but that gives Hayfield back some time here. I think the snake's a little bit less punishing, but oh, also doesn't get it. But Hayfield does. Hayfield needs that if he's going to have a chance. Oh, that snake is not playing with Dave. So this is Hayfield's chance now. It's all on this. Can Hayfield get the win right at the end? Like this is actually exciting. This is actually exciting. Like this could not have gone any better planned, really. So we're just picking up the items, and we're kind of hoping that the weasels don't come and mess with us. I mean, they've got quite lucky with the weasels so far in their runs. I don't think either of them have been caught. Wasted their time. They have a bit of a habit of showing up on this corner here. Didn't turn up today. Bit of a bad RNG there with the car. Thankfully Hayfield avoided it, otherwise that would have been like a good 4 or 5 seconds. No, I'm not cursing it. I'm not cursing it, I'm blessing it. This is another really good place. If the weasels can spawn behind you where Hayfield's going now, it could just... Oh, which I think they do. He just seemed to got really fast there. I think... Oh, Now we've really got to run here. It's all going to come down to Doom's RNG here. But yeah, you can see how much faster the car was driving there because the weasel spawned behind us. And the car just shot off. So if Hayfield can get a good Doom fight here, this could be Dave being picked at the post. Oh, Doom is just not being nice there, just shooting out his projectiles. It gets him in the corner. He's in the corner. It's a boxing match right now. His life's getting quite low. Doom, oh, no. Doom right at the end decided he'd had enough. But Hayfield gets him back in the corner. He takes him down. He just needs to pick up that pipe there. Or that gun. Doom, get up! Get up! Are you kidding? Oh no! You've gotta be kidding me! Oh my days. Hayfield finishing that run on 4 minutes and 14 seconds. That's so... Yeah, and that's... Oh, I absolutely... Doom stole it from him. Judge Doom was definitely Team Dave today. But wow, what a great run at the end there. But yeah, GG's. Wow, that was so exciting. Very, very exciting. Very well played by both of them. Yeah, I was expecting chaos, but I was not expecting the end to be like that. So no, amazing race. So yeah, huge shout outs. We are 30 minutes ahead. Feel free to do one more. Oh yeah. All right, go for it. Go for it, guys. We're getting overtime. Hayfield, let's go. We're getting some overtime. Oh, this is brilliant. Yes. We've got a chance. I just cannot get over it. And stuff like that is why Dave has not been able to sub 350, because he's been on a couple of runs and Doom decided to have a nap. Just like what happened to Hayfield right there. And got absolutely robbed. Dave gets the seed. Do we get the whistle here? We do. Doesn't get the right knockback. Dave gonna continue this run. Fortunately, that car was just in his way a little bit. Oh, just about gets back in his car. And there you go. There's the speed up. So the weasels are kind of around to speed him up. That's going to be a nice little boost there for Dave. Kind of mostly make up for the dog knockback or the dog's damage boost hitting him the wrong way. No, it wasn't a full PB. I think his actual PB is a 409. So it would have been a PB if Doom was behaving. Because Doom decided to take a nap, it not just cost him the race, it cost him his PB. So there's nothing there on Hayfield's side. Can we grab ourselves? Nope, we found ourselves a kitten instead. And we're back to the typical Roger Rabbit speedrun streams. It's just reset after reset after reset every 30 seconds. It's a little unfortunate, like with the seeding, that we have to kind of do this and hit the perfect frame. And we've got some spring shoes there for Dave as well. Nice. Nice jump there from Hayfield. Oh, Dave gets run over, so loses a bit of time. He's choosing to continue to run though. Unfortunately, with all his RNG, it's not much. It does get the damage boost, but is lacking a whistle, and that's kind of the important part there. So, can we get a last-minute victory here from Hayfield? Oh, the snake says no. Gets it the second time round though, so maybe? Might need a little bit of help from the weasels. Oh, got stuck on the corner there. That is not good. Like, usually these little mistakes don't matter too much, but when the speed run's essentially 4 minutes long, any little thing is just incredibly costly. No weasels this time. Unfortunately, hitting the cars like that does slow you down a little bit, but again, with the RNG, there's just not much you can do. You can't really get out their way. You just kind of have to take the slowdown. So let's see. This is one of those roads where it'd be really nice if the weasels chase us. Oh, no, they ran into us. So that's unfortunately the run gone there for Hayfield. So that was the screen there where they want to make a joke with you. So it looks like we are coming to the end, so last attempts. That looks like a crowbar there on Hayfield's side, unfortunately, so I think that might be GG for him. Let's have a look at Dave. Can we get one more run in? And nope. So I don't know if Dave has seen. But yeah, I think that is GG's. Like, oh my god, that was so exciting at the end there. That was incredible. So amazing, amazing race. Like, actually just loved how good this was. So yeah, huge shout outs to HayfieldBay and Junkyard Dave, who are still actively running this game. So if you do want to see more Roger Rabbit action, because this whole run is just insane, give them both a follow. Highly, highly recommended. And they do other games as well, like incredible streamers. I mean, we've seen some of the games that Dave has been playing earlier today, like Batman. And then Hayfield also speedruns a bunch of other games as well. So huge shout out to both of those guys. But yeah, it was definitely a lot better. Not a lot better, but definitely brought the hype. I was going to say very, very unexpected hype. So yeah, a lot of fun to commentate on this. So thank you again, Nilsson, as we keep saying every single time. Thank you for putting this on. Thank you, ESA. Thank you for hosting all of this. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your afternoon. I think who we got next? Oh, we've got some Retro Dave playing the Pizza Party Trilogy Mario Kaizo. So stick around for that. There's going to be chaos, but it's also going to be a lot of good fun. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of the marathon. There's not too many games left, so make the most of it. And yeah, we will see you in a few minutes for the next run.